Okay, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree is here, but even if you buy it, you can go and play it, because to get into DLC area you need to defeat Mohg, Lord of the Blood. There is even official recommended level. You should be above level 100 and better be level 150, so if you're a beginner or bad at the game, you won't be able to play it.
Right? Wrong.
Today I will show you the build and complete road how you can defeat Mohg in just few hours. I'm doing this completely from scratch. And our starting class will be Astrologist, because using magic almost nullifies game knowledge you need to avoid boss attacks. And the game as always starts in Limgrave. Here we will see our first sight of grace and also the guy in a white mask. We need to talk with him first, just to start his quest line. And funnily enough, this NPC is the key to get into the Mohg Palace. And as always, we're going forward straight to the Church of Elah and saving as a site of grace here. Right now, probably we won't be able to defeat any enemy. So it's better to get out of the church and head north to the next site of grace you will see near the ruins. And this site of grace is really important because here we will unlock ability to summon horse to travel faster. Then teleporting back to Church of Elah, and here we will meet another NPC who can give us some freebies. We unlock here ability to summon wolves that will take aggression from bosses and make our life easier. And then I just followed my build starting road, the link in description as always. But here's some most important parts. In the first ruins you need to go into the cellar to unlock Whiteblade Stone. You will find it right in the chest, and then we get in back and find this caravan in the same ruins. It will be guarded, and here you will find a flail. It's really useful to level up later. Then we go into the third Church of Elah to get a wondrous physique, and basically there will be a teleport in the lake right behind the church. So this teleport is really useful because we're going straight into the Caelid, the Red Island, in the Dragon Burrow. After finishing starting road, I get enough flasks, so we are ready for the setup. That's the place where we get our character ready to fight some strong bosses. So we need really strong early game build. In the Caelid I'm crossing this bridge in Dragon Burrow and turning to the left side of it. First of all, here there will be a bunch of sarcophaguses where we can get a little bit of runes for early game. But also there's a jumping spot. So in this jumping spot you can completely freely drop downwards and it will be completely safe. There is a site of grace and we can farm a little bit of runes here too, so it's nice for beginning. We're just going downwards and getting ready for an ambush, and we will be ambushed by the ball. So we're just trying to avoid this ball near the cliffs, and he will drop down, and this quick interaction will give us 2k runes instantly. We can rest at the site of grace and reset this ball and farm as much as we wish, but I'm trying to kind of speedrun this stuff, so I'm going into this jumping spot and jumping right on the square roof. So from here I just need to get off my horse and jump downwards carefully on the balcony. From this balcony there will be basically access to the tower, and here we continue our way forward and get in the elevator upwards, and at the top of the tower there will be a chest with memory stone. The stone will give us ability to use more spells, and one of the spells we will be using requires a lot of memory slots. But right now I'm going straight into the Fort Varre and upgrading my dexterity to +1. That's because I'm getting inside the Fort Varre and following the road you're seeing on the screen right now. Basically you're running forward, getting upstairs and picking Dectus medallion part from this chest, then getting downwards and basically just running, dropping downwards once again, destroying the wall and rolling through the reds to get Radahn seal. So now we're just dying over here and leaving all runes in this place, but we don't care too much because now we can equip flail in our hands, and flail requires a lot of dexterity and strength, but with Radahn seal we will have +5 to each of these attributes, so we can completely freely equip this flail and go straight to the dragon near of this site of grace. Then we're just spinning the flail, and this will trigger blood loss on dragon, so we will defeat him in just 3 minutes. When he's dead, we're running back to the site of grace and resting instantly. It will restore the dragon, and I just farmed him 3 times, so I got 150,000 runes. runes, getting a little bit of vigor and then dropping all points into intelligence. So there's another fort we want to visit, and we're just going into this fort in the bottom right part of Limgrave, following the road inside the fort, and here you just need to get upstairs and to do it basically 2 times, turn to the right and get on the tower. So on the top of the tower there will be a chest with another part of Dectus medallion. We will need it later, but for now we're getting back into Kellet, into Celia back streets. So here there will be a town, and you need to carefully descend by using the branches and then light up all braziers on 3 towers. First tower, you just see it right now, it's right in front of you. Just getting upstairs and lighting up brazier will open something in the town. But we need to open 2 more stuffs over here. But when you drop from the first tower, there's a guy, he is just sitting on the balcony, so drop and get Staff of Loss from him. Now we're getting back upstairs and going into another part of this town. And by doing so, you will get to the next tower where you will light up second brazier. So drop down and go to another part, you just see this next tower instantly. And just by lighting up 3 towers, it will unlock all hidden chests and all locked doors in this town. So we're dropping downwards and going to the first chest. It will be right on the main street to the right side. Here's the first chest. Here we're getting Night Comet spell. Also we can visit this building right on the other side of the street. So behind this building there will be another chest with medallion, which gives you magic defense. It's really useful on bosses. And then we're going into the swamp shore in Kellet. So here we're turning right from side of the grace and fighting some flowers. They are really easy guys, you just spam your basic ability as astrologist and you will get the next really important item. It will be meteorite stuff. So it's right on this guy who is hanging on the window. And I continue my way forward in the ruins. There will be a cellar, so it's really easy to find. We're going down here, opening the door, and there will be a chest with another spell. It will be gravity spell, a rock sling. And now let's go to Liurnia of Lakes, to the first site of grace you will meet in this place. Basically there will be a cemetery with another pretty optional stuff, but I really like it. So here on this tombstone there will be Academia scroll, and we need to get back to the Limgrave in this site of grace. And right now we need to get ready to fight our first boss. So let's prepare spells. Our main spell will be Night Comet right now, but we will need a little bit more intelligence first. Second spell will be Rock Sling, and you can use Glintstone Pebble if you wish to. I got enough runes to level up a little bit of intelligence to being able to use Night Comet, and then equip Meteorite Staff in the main hand and Staff of Loss in the offhand. Meteorite Staff increases scaling, so we will do a lot more damage with basic spells, while Staff of Loss will increase damage of Night Comet. Another cool part about Night Comet, the enemies won't be able and won't even try to avoid this spell, so they will never roll and will always eat the damage you inflict. In these ruins it's a little bit tricky to find entrance, but you will find it in the middle. In case you're getting lost, here's its exact location on the map, so you can try to find it based on your position. And now let's just enter the boss fight. I always using summons first, so they can take attention from the boss, and then we are rolling a little bit to just avoid boss attacks. Now he's targeting my dogs, and we just starting to use a rock sling at him, or we can use our Night Comet. And as you can see, this setup gives us ability to destroy him just in few rock slings. That's crazy how powerful we are. And here is another lady in these ruins. We're giving her the scroll, and now we can unlock Swift Glintstone Shard. It uses lowest amount of FP possible, so you can use it on small enemies as needed. And now I'm getting back to Swamp Site of Grace, and then running into east direction, into this crack in the mountains. So here you will see another secret dungeon, and basically with a little jump and landing on the trees, you will be safely on another side, getting inside of the dungeon and saving at the site of grace. This is pretty optional stuff, because it's really difficult dungeon with a lot of rot lakes, so it's better to spend some runes first. I went back to the Church of Elach and bought some cracked pots from Santa. Also I'm getting crafting kit to being able to craft something, and getting torch to being able to see something in the dungeon. Also, I wasted all other runes on arrows, we will need them later. And then before getting back into cave, I went into War Master Shack in Limgrave and getting on the top of the hill you saw right now. So basically there will be a guy on a horse, we will destroy him and get golden vow. It's really important stuff because it will increase our damage and we will fight really strong boss in this cave. So going into round table hold first and buying dagger and memory stone to being able to apply this golden vow. Also I like to use some spare runes on this armor set without helmet. And also I decided to go to Stormville Castle first. So here I'm equipping dagger and applying this Ash of War golden vow on the dagger, using Ash of War golden vow before the fight and basically entering the boss fight. Summoning wolves and let's go. He trying to attack me and I'm just rolling back. As you can see, you don't need to have precise timings, just make sure he attacking wolves and then make your magic. In no time he is in second form and now I need to time roll correctly. Yeah, that was perfect. Oh my god. That's basically all mistakes you could make at this boss. On the second attempt I just finished him off really quickly and easily, so if you won't fall off the cliff you will definitely easily defeat him. And he's done. So this boss will award you talisman pouch and now we can equip 2 talismans at once. But before entering the dungeon for our next talisman we need, I'm getting into this place in Limgrave. So here in Summoner Village there will be a boss and again just casting golden vow, going forward, attacking this boss. He will teleport to a random place in this village, basically it's 1 or 2 places where he teleports and it's really easy to defeat him, just avoid skeletons and finish him off with spells. After finishing this boss he will award Ashes of Skeletons and I really like the skeleton militia, they're useful on a lot of bosses. And then we're getting back into the cave, equipping our gear and also make sure to equip torch. And now the trickiest part, we don't need to fall in the river, we need to use these mushrooms to go over here and then jump a little bit and just walk, don't roll, just walk forward and then to the right side of the cave. And basically now it's completely easy way, just go forward and don't touch red water. To avoid enemy attacks you need to roll in it or just avoid it to left and right, or you will be poisoned like me. I'm poisoned but that's not a problem, so golden vow and let's go and fight another boss. Again, remind you, it's really optional, but it takes additional like 2 or 3 minutes on this run and you will get golden scarab that will increase our gold rune gain and then save a lot more time. So I'm summoning skeleton militia and just attacking this guy from the back. As you can see with this setup we got enough power to destroy him just in few spells and the most difficult enemy is fallen. But there will be another one. Again, it's not really hard, you just wait until she will attack skeletons and then follow up with magic. So you can use Night Comet or you can use Rock Sling, whatever you like more. But I just finished her with Swift Glintstone Shard because I was almost out of mana. And after defeating this boss we're getting golden scarab, so I went back into the Fort Varre and farmed dragon a little bit more. Now instead of 50k I'm getting 60k each time. Just make sure you're not forgetting to equip golden scarab. But also I don't need to have insanely high level, so after killing him 3 times I decided to destroy him at the 4th attempt. And basically right now I'm spinning my blade, cleaning my flail, and then I'm eating gold fowl food when he is almost dead. This will increase our rune gain even more, and by letting him die we will get not 75k but around 120k runes. And that's more than enough to level up a little bit further to get more vigor for more health and also more intelligence until we hit the soft cap. So I got 54 intelligence and 27 vigor. And this means basic character is ready and we are ready to get core gear. And here our main goal is to get one of the most powerful items in the game and unlock more talisman slots. So first of all I'm going into Liurnia of the Lakes and then getting myself down there, because it will be impossible to get inside without the Academic Greenstone key. By doing this careful jump I'm going into this rock location on the map. So here will be a dragon, we don't need to fight him, just behind his tail there's a guy and you will get Academic Greenstone key from him. Now I'm getting back to Academy in Liurnia of Lakes and the gates are opened. Here, the first site of grace, there's basically nowhere to go, only elevators that will take us up in the academy. And here there will be a small fight versus some mages, and after beating these guys down, I'm ready to go inside, but inside there's a bunch of really strong enemies and we can die over there, so we need to get ready to rush forward. After opening these gates with full health and full mana and just getting ready, I'm just rushing forward instantly to go to the left side of this room and touch another site of grace. So this site of grace will give us ability to basically restart at this place and we don't need to participate in previous fight. Anyway, we're running forward, turning to the left, and we are at the cemetery. There's a bunch of hack zombies and these hack lovers will try to eat your mana and destroy you, but you just ignore them and go straight to the elevator. So here I'm dropping down and entering the first site of grace just in front of me in the room. This one is really important too, because now I will continue my way forward and probably will be destroyed by these mages. But as always, it's just better to ignore them, go forward to the right and then upstairs one more time, cast Golden Vow and get ready for another boss fight. This boss fight is pretty tricky and can take few attempts, because this wolf can really go and focus down you. Avoid his magic missiles and then just focus him down with a rock sling. As the rule of thumb in Elden Ring, basically if enemy is magic, it's better to use a rock sling against him, because rock sling is physical damage and not magical. But against basic enemies, the magic damage from Night Comet, for example, is a lot better most of the time. After this dog is defeated, we get another memory stone and also touching this site of grace. Now after exiting and double turn to the right, getting upstairs and getting to the window, we will get a really nice talisman Radahn icon. It will increase speed at which we casting spells. Now getting back to the same room but turning backwards, and here there will be a bunch of shelves with the books and one shelf without books. Make sure to attack it and you will be in the secret room. Here there's a bunch of spells, but we're looking for the ladder on top. By getting on top, we're dropping down and basically we are in the secret room. So here in the secret room is another important talisman and it will increase power of our spells. Then we're getting back into the room and turning to the left when we get outside. Getting upstairs, dropping from the balcony and once again, and we are on the rooftops. Here we're attacking patrols and getting upstairs again. And here is a bunch of tricky birds. I like to destroy them before we are in the fight, so I'm using rock sling and got nice range and I can destroy them even before they start the fight. Now we're going forward and dropping down few roofs, then attacking patrol and dropping once again until we meet this building where we're dropping down again, and here will be a glintstone crab. So destroy this little boy and he will give you a really nice crown that will increase your intelligence by 6. So we're now hitting the soft cap finally, and that's why I am keeping my intelligence at 54 without the crown. In the same location there will be an entrance to the building, and here you need to just rush forward until you find stairs and bump it, because it will unlock the shortcut to this area if we die in the next sequence. Basically we're fighting versus these mages a little bit and then going forward, and when we make our way forward there will be a secret room. So here main goal is to just be careful when you're fighting these guys. And then when fighting the last one at the end of the tunnel, I like to buff myself before it so I can destroy this lady in 2 hits. And here we get access to the secret room with other glintstone stuff. This stuff is really incredible because it will increase our casting speed even more. But there is one more really important stuff. It's located in Celia streets, so you're going inside the town and turning right instantly. There will be another boss, so it's double boss, so that's why we is always summoning skeletal militia, waiting until they will attack the skeletons and then just destroy them, as you can see, with just 3 hits. That's insane how powerful our build is right now, and these bosses is not a problem, and they're already pretty late game bosses. So in the room right behind them there is a chest, and here lies the Lucid's glintstone stuff, but to wear it you need 10 strength, so I will level up strength in nearby future. Another core item that will make our life easier lies in the top of Liurnia. So from the site of Grace the Ravine, I'm going alongside mountains of Liurnia until I find this secret place. So here will be altar of hands or something like this, basically the bowl with intelligence not secret tier. So I get in this, and now we're teleporting to the labyrinth. From this site of grace, it's really easy and straightforward to get into the minor erdtree area, and there we will need to fight another boss. So we are pretty powerful right now, and just get ready for the fight by buffing yourself prior the fight, hop on your horse and fight this boss from the horse. There's a bunch of different methods how you can approach this fight, but basically just staying on top of your horse and attacking him from the distance and then just not getting in range will make your life a lot easier. So you just seen how I'm dealing with this bro right now. He's not too powerful and we just need like from 7 to 10 spells to destroy him. And he's dropping really essential items, so it will be a crystal tier that will increase our magic damage, and that's why we're here basically. So after this bro is destroyed, make sure to survive at least a little bit until you will get these items. So magic shrouding, crystal tier in my pockets, and we are ready to go into DLC. To get into DLC, we need to go into Mohg Palace. That's why I'm starting my journey at Stormveil Castle, because first task is to defeat boss in this Stormveil Castle. So you can take a road to the left, but it will take a lot of time, and I just know how to avoid this ballista. We need to time our rolls perfectly and avoid these shots, and then just follow the road you're seeing right now. But if you're a beginner, I definitely not recommending this road. You can take road to the left and just go through the wall castle. It's not too hard, but it will just take a little bit more time. While going through the main gates will take you about 2 minutes to complete full road until the boss. You just need to avoid first ballista and then this like flame ballistas, and you will be completely fine. So just follow the road, get upstairs and just avoid this dog in the end. So this dog is really nasty and can end wall run and wall skip through the main gates. But after touching Site of Grace, we are safe. After reaching Site of Grace, I decided to spend my runes. So I need 10 strength, but I don't have enough runes to level up strength to 10 right now, and I decided to go back to Round Table Hold and buy one more really important weapon that we need later. It will be long bow. And again, just look how broken this build is. We're just using golden bow and entering the boss fight. So this bro will be down in few hits. At least I think so. So let's find out. And yeah, it looks like we're doing 3 hits until he'll reach stage number 2 when he's crying. And you know, stage number 2 will end really soon. I'm just rushing towards him and starting attacking his back. And 5 hits later, he will be destroyed. Whoa, he's attacking me! Not quite what was planned, but again, in this armor we're taking almost no damage. And basically, bro, you're done. So, it's first demigod who's fallen, and we can continue our way forward. But I decided to make one kinda optional step first, so I decided to go straight into Liurnia Academy once again and fight the boss over there. To get there, we need to go through this main gates, you already know this part, but now you need to turn right and carefully get upstairs. There will be big ball, you can easily avoid it, but now we need to buff ourselves and use Night Comet. This enemy is really strong and kinda annoying, but if you use a Night Comet, he will never avoid your attacks, and basically it makes this enemy a joke. If you ever fought this guy normally, you know what I'm talking about. He is really crazy and he is really annoying. And also he is protecting elevator to the library. That's where we're going right now. In the library there will be a boss of this academy. Hardest part of this boss is being mana efficient, because you need to hit these little guys who is lighting up and it will break the seal on the boss. Now we're using our rock sling, because magic damage is not efficient against this boss. And here's the trick how you can save on mana. Instead of using magic to destroy these guys, just use your basic weapon. You don't need to kill them, you just need to make at least one attack, and you will be in the second form in no time. Now just use your rock sling and you will be completely fine and destroy this boss in just a few hits. So, another legend has fallen and we're getting back to the Round Table Hold. Here, entering the room with 2 fingers and talking with this lady, and she will award us with talisman pouch. So now we can use 3 talismans and not 2. Therefore, let's find where we can get really good talismans. For now I'm using Radahn icon and the ball that increases our damage, and making my way to the Rose Church in the Liurnia of Lakes. So here we will find Varre. This is White Mask guy who is first NPC we meet in this game, and we need to complete his quest to get access to the Mohg Palace. And if you for some reason lost right now, this is the exact location where you need to be, and we just exhausting all dialogue with Varre and then getting bloody fingers. So, if you're playing online, you just need to use these fingers to invade other players 3 times, but I will make my road to the top right of Liurnia. I will find big gates over here and enter the Doctor's elevator. This elevator will take me to the top, in this place called Altus Plateau. I'm instantly turning to the left and resting at the first site of grace I'm seeing. The first location I want to visit in this place is this ruins. And why it's really important to rest at this site of grace? Because it will trigger Radahn festival, and you probably will need it to access DLC 2, and I will show how to defeat Radahn at the end of this video. But right now I'm just fighting the boss in the ruins, and again there's no boss that can actually fight versus us right now. We get insanely powerful build, and basically you won't have any trouble destroying any of these bosses I just showed you. Probably you will need like 1 or 2 attempts if you're complete beginner, but most of the time, again, it's easy stuff right now. So we're going to the next door over here and getting our talisman. This talisman will increase damage output when we are at the full health. Then I went to the main road and unlocked the map over here. After unlocking the map, I continue my way forward on the top part of Altus Plateau. And I'm looking for these ruins. So to get to these ruins, you need to take a jump near this church and basically just make another jump and you will be on the top cliffs. And just make your way forward to the ruins. That's useful stuff if you're playing offline, because this is how you continue and progress through the various quests. In the ruins there's a red sign, so just interact with it and you will invade this bro. This invasion uses bloody fingers, so that's one of the ways how you can continue and go through the story. This fight is not easy, but it doesn't matter can you win or not, so you can die 3 times, but you will need to make your road to the ruins once again if you're dying, and if you win, that's completely fine. Even if you win on the first attempt, you just need to get back to Varre and tell him that you done his quest. Now he will give you white clothes, and I'm getting back to Limgrave, to be more precise, to Weeping Peninsula. Right after the bridge that gives entrance to this area, there's a girl, her name is Irina, but you don't care because you just go and spam magic at her. You will destroy her in just few attacks, and she's kinda maiden, so you will cover this cloth in blood, and that's quickest way how you can finish Varre's quest. Now I'm back to this white mask guy, interact with him and exhaust all dialogue options, and then interact with him again because he forgot to give me this medallion. Now I'm using this medal from my inventory, and basically what it's doing, it's giving you ability to teleport right into the Mohg Palace. So I'm taking my way forward up the stairs, touching this site of grace, and then turning to the left side, dropping over here and just making my way forward. As you can see right now, we're going into these bloody rivers and following along until we see the way up. So here, avoiding all contacts with enemies, so I'm at the site of grace, and that's really important site of grace because from here I can get a lot more runes. So by keeping Radahn Sword Seal, I'm getting longbow in my hands and attacking this bird, and she just going, rushing forward and dropping down. She's dead, and I'm a richer on 13k runes with the golden scarab equipped, and it's really easy to reset her. It takes around 10 to 15 seconds to do it, and basically it's easiest farming method right now. Also, there's a bunch of guys near this site of grace. I found it really fun to destroy them too, so you can do whatever you like, and they give a nice amount of runes, and I leveled to level 80, getting my intelligence up to 64, and that's actually everything we need right now. I could level up a little bit more to get more intelligence, but I spent some points in endurance because, like, who cares? The better way is to get your vigor up to like 40 or even 50, and intelligence should be at 74. But I don't want to waste my time leveling. I'm getting back to the first site of grace in Mohg Palace because I want to make my way to the DLC, so I'm keeping torch in my offhand and getting forward on the stairs. Here it's pretty tricky road, you need to avoid a lot of zombies or they will blood loss you and you will take a really nice chunk of damage, but we're entering into these catacombs or whatever it is, and basically I'm taking paths to the left, then to the right, then to the left again, then to the right, and I'm seeing already the light in the end of the tunnel. After getting outside, there's another site of grace, and that's basically the last site of grace you need before entering the Mohg fight. I'm taking rest to replenish my flasks and going upstairs, taking this elevator, and we're ready. Are we ready for the DLC, guys? are we ready? Let's find out, because here I will fight the Mohg. As always, I'm starting my fight by casting Golden Vow to increase my damage. Also, I'm using Wondrous Physique to increase my damage even more and spawning my Skeleton Militia. Now I'm starting to attack this crazy boss, and you know why Mohg so hard? He's throwing flames that is almost impossible to dodge. And these flames cover almost whole area. He taking almost no damage, honestly. And also he got spell that is basically undodgeable. So this red circle that is on me, when there will be 3 circles, he will enter second phase and will make 3 undodgeable attacks. That's insanely hard and almost unfair fight when you don't know how to defeat him. But if you're not too good in the game, that's what will happen. Mohg will destroy you in few hits, and that's why I'm making this video, because we're ready for the next part. KAME. And that's the next part where we need to get a really OP spell. So we're getting back to Altus Plateau, and to be more precisely, we need to take a path from these ruins and cross the bridge. This is the bridge you need to cross, and you will unlock the Site of Grace. From here you just hack the walls over here, hack the mountains, until you will find this ladder. It's really easy to miss, so just look carefully and you will find stairs to get upstairs. After getting upstairs, there will be another Site of Grace, so make sure to take it. It will be to the left right when you get upstairs, but we want to get to this minor erdtree in this location, and it's a really hard road, so you need to follow along and then cross like these mountains to the right side, and then ignore everyone and find all ladders to get upstairs. So you just seen the road right now, and that's where we're going. It will be really hard fight and hard road, but the good part, while it's looking pretty long, actually it takes around like 3 minutes when you know where you're going. So if you're following alone, probably it will take you around 5 minutes to get upstairs. And while you can stay back in the Mohgwyn Palace and maybe level up even more, again, you will see how to beat Mohgwyn at level 80. So if you're a complete beginner, probably you can take recommendations and level up to like 100 or 120 at least. But honestly, you will see like how easy it is. Just make sure to don't fight this boss on top and take your way to the right side, then drop down, and basically you will make your way right to the Volcano Manor. Here avoid all enemies. I just took a little bit of time and destroyed them for fun, but better ignore them, run past, unlock this door and get to the Site of Grace, because if you die over here, you will be forced to do all the road again. Now I'm going to exit these doors and turn to the left, so hopping on the horse and getting forward. Basically we are descending and going beneath the bridge, and there will be this minor erdtree location. On the road I changed my talismans to the fighting ones, and basically over here there will be a Site of Grace. Make sure to touch it, it will reduce time of traveling to the next boss, because this boss is really scary and powerful. So definitely don't forget to buff yourself before fighting. And also I like to summon Skeleton Militia, but they will die in like few seconds. So the secret to defeat this boss is to actually stay away as with any other minor erdtree, and basically with other bosses you can fight on horse. Just take your distance, take your time, and don't rush, don't overextend ever. As you can see, I'm always standing from the distance and trying to carefully attack him when I got some openings. And he's making a lot of attacks nearby, and that's basically the openings, but the key is to always get away from him as far as possible when he never attacked 3 times in a row for a long time. And you will see it right now. Most of the time he's just doing nothing, but then he getting ready and he will make chain attack 3 times in a row. That's where you want to get away. Another really good opening when he's trying to blow himself up. You will see it when he is following you along for a long time, and then he's stopping, crying, and basically blowing like a bomb, like this basically. It's nice opening to make a few shots, but don't get blown up by his big bang attack or whatever it is, and honestly that's probably one of the hardest fights we need to take in this run. I'm showing you the winning round, but I died 2 times to him, so again, you don't need to be perfect to destroy this bro, just need to be careful and you will be fine. Make sure to allocate your flasks right now, because it's better to get more mana or you won't be able to inflict any damage. So after destroying this bro, he will drop cerulean tears that we will need to upgrade our spell, and this spell is really awesome, but let's go and get the spell. So from Altus Plateau we're going upwards. If you remember, there's a site where we destroyed demi-human in the ruins, and from Site of Grace nearby I'm going forward. Basically we're going right now to the Emerald Sorcerer. And his name is Sorcerer Azur, so that's the road I'm taking. Basically I'm crossing the ruins and turning to the right, there will be a lake, and make sure to go forward carefully because there will be a lot of fire over here in the lake, and just avoid the fire. I'm not cutting this place in the video so you can see exact road, but if it's fast for you, just slow down YouTube videos. There should be a button on the bottom of the screen where you can slow this stuff down. But basically it's just the road forward. We're going in the circles around the volcano and just avoiding all enemies. Going forward there will be a magma worm location. We're just crossing it on the outskirts of this place and going forward again. So again, it's pretty easy pass when you know where to go, and just avoid all enemies because they are pretty hard. I try to fight them, but come on, they can one-shot you right now in this pretty basic armor and without vigor, almost without vigor at all. After crossing the village there will be a stones, and here is our other glintstone sorcerer. Make sure to touch the Site of Grace first and basically reset aggression of enemies when resting and just interact with him. So I'm talking with this bro, he's not telling me anything, but who cares because we will get this spell. So Azur's comment in my hands in just few seconds. Now we're getting back into the Kalit, and that's completely optional stuff, so you can go into the swamp and get Commander's stuff from Commander O'Neill, but it requires a lot of strength to use, and basically I won't even use it myself on this run, so you can completely ignore this part and just ignore Commander O'Neill. What you can't ignore is this place in Liurnia. So we're going into the Site of Grace, and I'm making my way into this swamp, so it will be right in the rocks, and you will find the place with different water. So when water become muddy, that's the place, and there will be trinas, lilies over here. I showed location right now, but basically looking for the big tree in this location, and this tree will be with a bunch of crabs. So you know you're in the right location because there will be a lot of trinas lily. Just pick them up, and that's everything we need. Before going back to the Church of Kuka, Site of Grace, it will be right in the Academy of Raya, and that's top of the elevator. So we're taking elevator down right now and going downwards. Remember place with crabs and trinas lily because maybe you will need it again. And basically what I'm doing right now, I'm jumping downwards and getting eaten by this bro. So just take a hit and get hacked by this stuff, and you want to die when he's hugging you. So that's the key what we need to do right now. Don't get destroyed by his attacks, but get destroyed by his stomach. And then instead of dying you will be teleported to Volcano Manor. So here is pretty easy and safe jump. You will lose half of your health, but that's completely fine, and that's stable number, so you will always lose half of your health. Now I continue my way forward to this place, and I got enough smithing stones 6, somber smithing stone 6, but if you don't have one right now, go on this roof and there will be smithing stone number 6, somber of course, because we will upgrade our magic weapon. Now I'm dropping from the roof and going straight to the stairs. So the stairs will lead me to the top location and use it only to get Site of Grace over here. Otherwise you won't be able to get out of this place. So by jumping through this balcony and opening the door to get my shortcut over here, the room behind me got the Site of Grace where we can just touch it and then teleport backwards. And I'm teleporting back to Liurnia because I forgot really important stuff on my run. First place located near Crystalline Wood, Site of Grace, near these rocks where you got Academic Glintstone key. So from this Site of Grace you need to look on this castle and basically go forward to it. There will be a place where you need to apply a Stone Sword key and go inside. So here there will be kinda labyrinth for me, but when discovering this place you will find a door in the end. But if you follow the way where I go, there will be another Stone Sword key, so make sure to pick this up because we will need it later if you don't have any spare Stone Sword keys. But I'm basically fighting these guys and getting straight to the door. Treat this door as a boss door basically, and make sure to buff over here because I forgot to do it, and just run past these guys. So I was forced to start this fight by buffing myself and summoning skeletal militia, and got hit by few attacks and almost died. But that's not problem, we get Site of Grace in this place basically, so don't worry too much. And there's two bosses, one of them is just jumping and another is using a lot of soft spells. You will instantly find that normal magic is not doing almost any damage. That's why you need to switch into the rock sling as fast as possible. And actually they are not too hard. This guy, when he's starting to attack, he always jumping almost on the same place, so you can time your rolls or just run away from him and he will never touch you. But if he touches you, he can actually stun lock you for a pretty nice period of time. And switching to the rock sling will instantly break their poise. And this will dramatically change damage numbers. Just look at this. One rock doing almost no damage, then I'm stunning her with another rock for almost 0 damage again, and then 2 rocks and she's done. Same applied for another boss, so just run away from him, make sure you're being able to stun lock him, and he will be dead in 2 rocks after breaking his poise. After defeating you will get spell, but we are here not for this spell. We're looking for the secret place, so don't teleport back to the beginning, but take elevator upstairs and get Terra Magica spell from this chest. So Terra Magica will require another spell slot, and we don't have spare one. So you can go into this island on top of this place, and basically there will be a big church or tower, and by the entrance you will find imp statues that will tell you to find smart creatures and to destroy them. This is basically shadow turtles, whatever they are. One is not even hiding, you will find it easily. Then you need to jump on this cliff on the other side of this island, and there will be another turtle, and the last turtle is really nice and hidden. She is on the tree. So destroy this tree turtle and you will be granted with access into the tower. Get upstairs and there will be a chest with another memory stone, so you can use Terra Magica. And it's time! So, we're going back to Volcano Manor, to the site of grace over here, and now it's time to make our setup. So, put spells in order. First of all, Rock Sling, then followed by Terra Magica, then followed by Other's Comet, and finished by Night Comet. Before applying our new powers to the Mohg, let's try it on Godskin Noble. After dropping from this site of grace, we're following upstairs and take an elevator, avoiding the lizard. Now there will be a guy who's protecting this entrance, so I decided to buff myself, so I don't need to waste the time on buffing when entering the fight. Because upstairs there will be Godskin Noble, and he is the guy who's protecting access to Somber Smithing Stone number 7, used to upgrade our weapon to +10. Fully buffed, I'm entering the fight and instantly summoning skeletal militia so they can take aggression from this big fella. I decided to use these pillars to protect myself from his attacks, but it definitely took some time to get into position to use our setup. So I'm using Terra Magica to stand in this place and it will increase my damage. And getting ready to cast Azurus Comet. Oh damn, once again. Oh my god. So, build is not working.
Wait a minute. I'll teach you my recipe.
That's what can happen if you're not following the build properly. So, that's our crystal tears in Wondrous Physics. Also, don't forget that you need this cookbook that you can find on sarcophaguses near the third church of Marika. Exactly on this guy who's sitting on top of the sarcophagus there will be cookbook number 1. And now you will be able to craft the sleeping pots. So now I'm entering the fight and instantly I'm going forward and throwing sleeping pot at this bro. He's vulnerable to sleep, so I need just to make few rolls and he will be falling asleep. Now we're starting our combo. So I'm doing Terra Magica first, followed by Golden Wow. Then I'm drinking flasks to restore mana. And also Wondrous Physics, it will remove mana consumption of the spells. And now just do it! So as you can see, this setup gives you ability to kill the boss just in one button press, technically. And now I'm taking elevator to the right side of this boss location and basically following the road you're seeing right now, dropping down into the volcano and following these rocks, dropping down once again and then getting upstairs. So here will be a broken window that we need to get into, and there will be a door, we're opening it, ignoring all lizards and just following along the main road. There will be a room, you need to avoid all lizards, and here you're opening the gate, turning to the left side 2 times and there will be a stone sword key imp statue. Here you need to be extra careful when dropping downwards, and you need to have at least some health, because anyway you will take half health damage when you drop in, and you need to instantly start rolling, or you will be hacked by these guys and they will definitely kill you really easily. So by turning left at the end of this cave there will be a dude lying and with Somber Smithing Stone 7. Somber Smithing Stone 9 and 8 can be found in this location, right in the Caelid near this tower, and basically just getting one from this scarab on top and then going downwards there will be a bunch of guys sitting in the chairs, there will be another Somber Smithing Stone. So now we're getting back to Round Table Hold and equipping Luthad's Glintstone staff in our main hand and also Azur's Glintstone staff in our off hand. This Glintstone staff will increase speed at which we're casting spells, and this will increase our damage. So we're upgrading Luthad's Glintstone staff to +9 and getting in the Mohgwyn Palace. We are ready to face Mohgwyn and get straight into DLC.
Let's do this.
So I'm getting upstairs and casting Golden Vow before the fight and getting inside this room, summoning Skeletal Militia to protect me from his attacks and getting ready for our setup. So basically Terra Magica first, then getting ready to drink my Wondrous Physique to remove mana consumption and just start with Comet Azure when Mohg staying in one place. Unfortunately, he left just with 1 health, so I drank a potion and just finished him with 1 spell. Here we are, guys. Just 1 button and really easy setup, almost without fighting and actually without any strong and hard fights. And basically you get your access to DLC. Now you need to go forward and interact with this hand and you will be in shadow of the erdtree area. And we are just level 80 right now, so you don't even need to be level 100 to finish Mohg and get into DLC. But what about Radahn? Yeah, Radahn is a hard guy, but basically you can level up a little bit in case you get in troubles with him. That's the talismans I used, by the way, so casting speed and damage talismans basically. And if you want to level up further, just get your intelligence up a little bit, to 74, so you will hit hard cap of 80 intelligence, considering you got helmet with +6. Get more vigor to take more hits, and you can get your dexterity up to cast faster, but don't go over 30. I got separate save, so that's how Mohg fight will look like if you leveled a little bit more than 80. This is level 120, by the way, so as you can see we're finishing him just with 1 single spell. We don't even need any additional stuff. To defeat Radahn you need to go back to Caelid, basically to the bottom part of it, and there will be a teleport location, and you go just inside the castle and talk with the guy who's standing on top. He will activate this festival and then you just exit to the way you're seeing right now. Radahn Festival will be activated by resting at the site of grace in Altus Plateau, so if you follow the build along, you will definitely be able to get here. Make sure to buff before you enter into this gate and then hop on your horse. To get it easier, just go into these golden places and press interact button. It will summon a lot of guys who will help you in the fight, and then just run left and right until they will go and start initiating with Radahn. He will start fighting them, and that's where you can go and make your setup, or just go and attack him with basic rock sling. He is not very hard if you're using other guys to tank damage for you, but when he jumps into the space, make sure to go left and right and avoid this comet attack. When he's down, you will just finish him in few rock sling hits, and this is how you get access to DLC really easily. So this build is completely fail-proof and anyone can use it. But what if you don't want to be astrologist or mage? You can watch other builds on the screen right now. Basically these builds can be achieved really easily and really fast, and they are really strong. I recommend to picking them for DLC if you wish another build. So I hope you got some fun at least by watching this video, and see you in the next videos.